Hello, hope you guys are doing good. We're going to be going into a reading today. Hope y'all are good. We're going to hop right into the astrology portion. If you don't want to see the astrology portion, it will be time stamped in the comment section below. I'm going to have the charts and the transits right next to me, and we are going to hop right in. So let's take a look. If you want to take a look at the transit section, I'm kind of, well, first and foremost, I'm pretty sure we just entered the shadow period for Mercury retrograde. So before Mercury does go retrograde, we do have a shadow period. I think it's about 2 to 3 weeks or so. We're going to be entering, we're going to be entering retrograde here in about a week, a little over a week. I'm pretty sure maybe a week and a few days. So we're going to be taking a look at some of the Mercury energy that we do have going on. Most notably, if you take a look at the transit section, we have Mercury conjunct Mars, trining Jupiter, and trining Uranus. Let's just talk about that first. So Mercury, if you guys don't know, is the planet of communication and higher knowledge and consciousness and all that stuff. And with the conjunction between Mercury and Mars, it's kind of creating this this push and pull energy, I feel like. Mars being the planet of action and forward movement, and Mercury being the planet of communication. I feel like there's a need to take care of some things before the retrograde truly starts, right? Because the retrograde period, especially with Mercury, is that slowdown period, the period where we're really reflecting on our thoughts, the ways we've been communicating, and how to improve that, right? And that's kind of why you see the communication issues, the technological issues. It's because there does need to be a slowdown. So in the shadow period, you're getting hints of that moving into the retrograde period. But the good thing about this is we have the trine with Jupiter and Uranus. Jupiter being the planet of fortune and blessings and abundance, and Uranus, I believe, is the planet of creativity. I'm pretty sure it has to do with creativity and spirituality in a sense, and how you're kind of, it's this energy of like, you're getting this window of opportunity to take action on particular things that you've been wanting to take action on. So it's kind of like if you have like a list of things that you have to do, it's crossing off the things on that list before the retrograde period starts. If you know that you're about to go into a sort of, I guess, hibernating phase is what's coming through, then this is the time to make sure everything is in order before doing it. Like if you're going to go on a vacation, right? This is making sure you have everything planned out in your itinerary, making sure everything is packed and you have all the necessities that you need before going on that vacation. This is the kind of energy that I'm feeling. But I am also being drawn to, I think it was the node. Well, let's take a look at Venus. I did just see this with the squaring with Jupiter and Uranus. So it's really interesting. We have a trine with Mercury, Jupiter, Mercury, Uranus, and then we have a square with Venus, Jupiter, and Venus, Uranus. So it's like, this is a really good time to start a new cycle in a relationship, especially with Venus in retrograde. This is kind of really closing out some of those really old played out cycles in your relationships. And I feel like it's almost this energy where you're kind of getting a redo, right? And given the fact that we do have Mercury retrograde coming up, I feel like you may have the opportunity to rehash an issue, right? So this can look like communication revolving a particular problem that you've had in a relationship. This can look like you and your person deciding to give things another try, but approaching it from a different headspace, because we do have Mercury really kind of helping us right now, and it's really envisioning what you want your future to look like. And that's with the retrograde energy, that reflection period, like what do you want things to look like moving forward, and how are you going to do things differently this time, right? So I feel like this is you and your person approaching this relationship from a more creative standpoint. This could also be you like investing in the creative aspects of your life, investing in creative pursuits, and by doing that and putting attention into those areas of your life, that's helping you transmute this heavy energy that you may have been experiencing in your relationships. And that's what's going to lighten the load when it comes down to having these difficult conversations, right? Let's see. I'm also taking note of the North Node. It is in retrograde still, but it is squaring. Well, we have trine Sun, square Moon, and squaring Pluto. I'm really interested in the squaring between Moon and Pluto because Pluto is the planet of, I mean, complete spiritual overhaul, transformation. It's like we are in, let's see, Pluto is currently, well, it is retrograde in Capricorn. But we were, I'm trying to think, did we not just have Pluto in Pisces? And I'm pretty sure it's going to go back into Pisces. I'm not entirely sure. Excuse me, I don't know. There was something going on with Pluto for a little bit, and that was kind of this whole energy of like seeing these major transitory periods in society on both the external and the internal level. Reason I'm being drawn to the nose is because with the squaring between Moon and Pluto, this is you really pushing through some major obstacles. I feel like there's been a lot of stress between your mind and your emotions, your relationships, and just the way you're approaching every type of conflict in your life. This is the opportunity to do things differently in every single area, like we were just talking about with Mercury and Venus and all the stuff like that. But I'm going to go and leave it there. Yeah, I'm going to go right into the tarot portion. If you want to book a personal reading, subscribe to my Patreon or listen to my music, all of that is going to be in the description. As far as Patreon goes, I figured out the best way to go about it is instead of doing extendeds like I was doing, just going to be posting regular videos. Gonna try to figure out how many I'm going to be able to do as I'm just getting back into doing the tarot again. But yeah, so just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Keep in mind this is general. This can be about your energy, your person's energy, or somebody they or you are connected to. And yeah, man, let's just go ahead and hop into it. I hope you guys have been good. We're going to hop in. We're using the Ethereal Visions Tarot Luna Edition. I remember the name. I checked the box before I did the reading. So let's see. We got a couple cards out. Bottom of the deck we had the Tower. Heavy clearing energy. So I feel like something's coming to light here. Alright, we got a few cards. So we have 7 of Cups, we have 10 of Cups, we have Ace of Wands, we have 2 of Wands, we have the Emperor, and we have Justice. I feel like somebody that you're connected to, I feel like this is somebody that you are connected to. I feel like this is somebody who chose to invest in another relationship. I'm just going to be real. I'm sorry if that's a little triggering, but it's what I'm seeing. 7 of Cups, 10 of Cups, Ace of Wands. This is somebody who was exploring their options or has explored their options, and that's not working out. That's the best way I can say it. It's kind of one of those things where this could be a masculine that you're dealing with. This isn't gender specific. I don't read for genders. This is somebody here who was either already involved in another relationship or was trying to... Okay, here's the storyline I'm seeing. You're involved with somebody. You may or may not know whether they're involved with somebody else. Whether or not they were, it feels like somebody here has been waiting to see if something will improve. But it's not improving. And I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this might be the person you're dealing with. Right, with the 7 of Cups, Ace of Wands, 10 of Cups, 3 of Wands, Emperor, and Justice, right? This is somebody who wanted to see what could happen in another situation, but with the Tower, I just don't feel like that's working out. With the 7 of Wands and the 4 of Cups, I feel like somebody here is getting left behind. I feel like this could be your person like walking away from a relationship, and because of that wanting to actually move towards you. Right? So if you know that this person was involved with somebody else, or if it doesn't even have to be romantic, with the 10 of Cups, this could just be previous engagements, something that kind of pulls on them on an emotional level, somebody who is unable to fully invest in you or the relationship because they are investing in other areas of their life right now, right? But I feel like that period of time is coming to an end. I feel like this person is getting into a space where they feel like they actually might be able to either invest into the relationship with you or to move away from something that was actually very toxic and manipulative, right? And I feel like whatever it was that was going on in that relationship, I feel like that's all coming to light. The Seven of Wands, Four of Cups. This is somebody essentially like, and the Seven of Wands, Four of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. This is somebody who I feel like was left for another option, or somebody who they didn't know that they were in competition with other people. And I feel like whoever it is you're dealing with, if they were dealing with somebody else, they had no clue that this was going on, but they're figuring this out. They're finding this out with the Tower. Something happened that has actually caused this person to see the truth of a situation, right? I feel like justice here. Somebody is getting karma for that. You know, I don't like to focus on another person's karma, but this is something that needed to happen, right? It's a kind of like a fated event. We don't have the Wheel of Fortune. This feels like a fated event here. I'd like to see what's going on with this. I want to clarify those cards I was just holding up. It didn't take long. Bottom of the deck we have Queen of Cups. We have the Fool, Nine of Cups, and King of Cups. So we have counterparts on the table with the King and Queen of Cups, and the Fool and Nine of Pentacles. I feel like this is somebody here who is holding back for now. Somebody here who is essentially kind of, how do I say this? I'm seeing two different things. I'm seeing somebody here who is trying to regain their composure after a difficult period. They are investing in their life and they are taking risks. I feel like I'm seeing this as you and somebody else. So if this is you, right? This is you essentially holding back, taking risks on yourself, not really being too quick to jump into anything, right? So if this person is coming back towards you, I don't necessarily see this as something where you're full on jumping in and saying, yes, let's go, because I feel like you're kind of recognizing this is what had happened in the past. If you're rushing into something without taking the time to resolve things, it can lead to a number of issues that we've seen in previous readings. However, if this is somebody else, this is somebody here who has been very selfish. This is somebody who was very reckless, right? I don't feel like this is your person, though. See, that's the thing that's confusing. I don't feel like this is the person that you're dealing with. I feel like this is somebody that your person has been dealing with. I feel like this is friends. Three of Cups. I feel like there's been some sort of drama or something going on in a friend group surrounding how this person handled you and the connection. I feel like somebody put you into competition or tried to come for you however they were coming for you. Maybe they were being very aggressive and being very manipulative and abusive and playing all kinds of games, and I feel like that's backfiring. This could either be somebody that did this to you, and because they did that to you, this is being done to them in a group of friends where this was public. I feel like this was seen publicly. And I feel like this was something that may have happened. I don't know. It's like I'm seeing like a situation where this could have happened like on social media. Maybe people kind of saw how things played out. This could have been somebody who tried to throw you under the bus. This could have been friends that tried to throw you or your person under the bus. And now that's just like all backfiring, right? We kind of saw this a little bit in the last reading here. And I feel like we're just kind of expanding off of that, where it's like all of that is now coming to light. All of the stuff that was hidden is now coming to light, and I feel like this person is kind of seeing the truth about a lot of what was happening. I feel like there was a lot of manipulation. I feel like there's a lot of hidden truths in a situation that, with the Seven of Cups, right? That stuff that's hidden, that's illusions that are being let go of. with the Tower, I feel like there's a lot that's coming to light here about a situation that I don't even feel like you really knew a lot of what was happening. I don't feel like either you or your person knew a lot of what was happening. Let's clarify that. What's up with the Tower and the Seven of Cups? What are these illusions? I'd like to know a little bit more because I feel like it's involving this Ten of Cups, King of Cups group of people or person. Doesn't even feel like it's really romantic. It feels like it's some kind of friend or business partner or some kind of industry you or this person is in. You guys can be in similar friend groups, have mutual friends, that kind of energy, right? Okay, we got the Ten of Wands. Got a big stack that just came out. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. So this is some kind of organization. This could be work-related. It could be a business. We have the Ten of Wands, Nine of Wands, Four of Swords, the Chariots, oops, Two of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. King of Wands is becoming out a lot lately. This is somebody here who is being very reckless, yo. I don't even feel like this is your person. I feel like this is somebody here who's been trying to cause trouble in your connection. And please take it only if it resonates. Do not force it, because if you're not experiencing this, don't manifest this for yourself. If this isn't resonating with you and you don't feel like this is your reading, just don't even watch it, yo. Like, that's kind of what you got to approach this as, right? Like, but what I'm seeing right now is this is somebody who is either juggling responsibilities, juggling multiple people. I feel like this is somebody who is juggling you and their career. So if this isn't romantic that they were juggling with with the Three of Cups, it could have been third-party energy, but third-party energy doesn't always have to be romantic. I feel like this is somebody here who was just really focused on their finances and their career. But I'm also seeing a situation where this is somebody who is really, really obsessed with getting a certain sort of attention. King of Wands, this is somebody who is very arrogant. This is somebody who is very vain and who does and says things in order for them to appear better to others, to appear as though they are doing better than another person. This is somebody who takes pride in tearing other people down, which is really unfortunate because you can now see that that is not working out for them, right? The Chariot and the Four of Swords, they're now being thrown into their own cesspit of what they were trying to cause, right? Whether this is your person or somebody, I don't feel like this is your person. I've got to be honest. Like, it really just feels like somebody connected to you or your person that is very, very jealous of the fact that I feel like this person wants to heal this with you. This is somebody where I feel like they know that there has been some sort of major ending between you two. And I feel like that's because they're now seeing the fact that they let other people get involved in ways that they should never have done, but they didn't see it at the time because there were illusions and lies that were surrounding the situation that they were in, right? It's a very uncomfortable energy. Like, it feels, it's like this is the energy where I feel like the rug has been pulled out from somebody, where I feel like there were a lot of different people involved trying to spin a web of lies to create an illusion to keep somebody confused in a group situation. And I feel like a lot of it had to do with them trying to keep them away from you in a sense. And I feel like this is something where I feel like a lot of people kind of saw how happy you and somebody else were making each other. And this could have been like a jealous ex or something, or an ex-friend that may have seen that, or it could even be a parent, right? We had the Ten of Cups. This could be some kind of father figure. This could also be a mother figure. It could be some kind of guardian, or like a boss or a manager, or just somebody that's like, you know how like people have like the leader in like a group of friends? That's what it feels like. I feel like this is somebody who's involved in some kind of industry where if they don't do or say a certain thing, they're not going to get the love and support that they would need to be able to survive in that career space. That's kind of a really weird energy, is not what I expected to come out. Let me clarify this King of Wands here. Who's this King of Wands? Yeah, Six of Swords. Yeah, so whoever this is, yeah, the Star, somebody's moving away from this energy here. And I feel like this is your person really walking away from this type of energy, to be completely honest. We have the World. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords. So they're freeing themselves from whatever this is. Three of Swords. So like take this. Okay. Three of Swords, Queen of Cups. It was at the bottom, but it came out again. The World, the Star, and the Six of Swords. Yeah, man, I feel like somebody listened to the wrong people. They listened to the wrong people, and now they're really heartbroken because they're like, damn. All because I listened to this person's lies, and I feel like I'm trapped in this web of lies now. And I feel like this is somebody who doesn't necessarily want the truth to come out about a situation. I feel like this has to do with somebody, again, this person in this group doesn't want this person to expose them, or this person might be blackmailing your person in order to keep them behaving a certain way to not expose the secrets of the group. I don't even know how to like communicate this to you. This is not something that I normally ever read for in my readings, but this is what's coming through, right? And it happens probably more often than you would think. But I feel like this is why somebody is feeling very trapped, because they're like, yo, it's like they know what they want. They want to heal some sort of connection with you, perhaps. But they know that, like, in order for that to happen, they're going to have to go against a lot of different people. And it's not always so big and major where it's like you're doing all kinds of craziness. This could just be something as simple where somebody got bad advice from somebody they trust, and this person's like, oh no, you should do this because this happened for me this way. And now this person's like, well, I listened to your advice and look where that got me and my person. Let me go ahead and do what I know is right. I know that's not going to make you happy, but I have to do what's right for myself. That's kind of the more tame version of what I'm getting, right? It doesn't have to be so big and crazy as like an organization or a group of people. This could really just be something as simple as a close friendship or family member that they trusted that was not feeding them lies, but just giving them advice from an unbalanced space, from a very heartbroken and manipulative energy. This is somebody who is afraid to lose access to either, it feels like to your person. I gotta be honest, this feels like somebody who's afraid of losing access to your person here. Right? So how's your person gonna, like, how are they handling this? What is the deal? Because it looks like what's gonna happen with this? Because, okay, what? This is crazy. This is an interesting reading. I'm gonna say that. Let's see what's coming through. Yeah, man. We have Two of Wands. Somebody's making a decision here. Nine of Cups to do what's right for themselves. Eight of Cups, walking away from whatever they gotta walk away from. The World, no, what is this? The Well, and Three of Pentacles, yeah. I feel like somebody is really, really proud of you. I don't know, it's weird. I feel like maybe you made the decision to separate yourself from this because you knew what was happening. And you may have even spoken out about it, and maybe that's why, you know, either this person or the people they were involved with were maybe trying to come for you in whatever way, like, you know, we talked about in the beginning of the reading. I feel like because you spoke out, and not even spoke out, I feel like you just removed yourself from something. I feel like you removed yourself. The thing I'm picking up here with the Well energy, the Well often is associated with potential. But if you think about how a well really works, this is like water trapped under, not even trapped, but water deep in the ground, and you have to pump the well and get the water to come up. That's like, yeah, I guess that's kind of how it works. I don't know much about wells, but regardless, you know, you put a bucket down, you pull the water up. I think there's like well pumps or something. But that's what I'm seeing. There's a lot of hidden stuff coming to the surface with this well energy. And I feel like you're now getting insights into why somebody actually may have walked away from you, or why something didn't work out. And I feel like that's because there was a lot of pride involved. Somebody with the Nine of Cups, somebody who's very prideful, somebody who is maybe just has some sort of addictions, right? I feel like this is somebody who is addicted to, it's like weird. It's like somebody's like addicted to a group of people. Somebody's addicted to a lifestyle. That's what it is. Somebody's addicted to a lifestyle, and they know that they have to leave that behind. In order to fix things with you, they know that the life of illusion that they've been living cannot continue. And I feel like this is where that heartbreak is coming from, because this person knows that their world is completely crumbling around them. This is the world of somebody who may look great on the surface. They may look like everything is going good, but in reality, man, they are in a deeply hurt space, and I feel like that's because they know that what they did negatively impacted you and the connection in a way that is just, how do you come back from that? And I feel like this is where this person is right now. And this is why they're in this Two of Wands, Hermit, Ace of Cups, Temperance, Hanged Man, and the Sun. So we got the Sun, Hanged Man, Temperance, Ace of Cups, the Hermit, and the Two of Wands. This is somebody they're just like going within, and they're like, listen, I know that I need to fix this. I know that there's an opportunity to balance this out. There's an opportunity to heal this, but I feel like this person just doesn't even know how to do it. This is somebody who I feel like wasn't raised in a way that showed them how to maneuver in healthy connections. This to me seems like somebody who all they really know is toxicity, right? And as somebody who comes from a lot of toxicity, both family, friends, and romantic, I completely get it. When you don't know anything different, it's really hard to do things differently, but all it takes is that one situation to teach you, right? That one person to come into your life to show you that things can be different, and then your whole world around you starts to crumble, because your entire perception shifts about how things can be. You see things one way for so long, and it's not that, see, the thing about it's not that I feel like these people had the worst intentions. I feel like this is just a group of people that were raised a certain way, lived a certain lifestyle, had really no idea about the differences that could be outside of what they know, and because of that, continuing to perpetuate the same type of toxicity. If this is familial, this is toxic family dynamics that may go unchecked for generations, and then it takes that one person to do things differently, right? And it's kind of goes back to the whole like clearing ancestral karma, and if you want to get into all of that, this is very deeply rooted in some sort of ancestral lineage and some kind of karmic lineage, right? Karma, for me, from what I understand, it is tied to the people you date. It is tied to your family. It is tied to your career. When you involve yourself in a particular area of life, you inherit a certain level of karma, which is why it is very, very important to continue to focus on your own healing and ensure that you're not enmeshing yourself with the industry or people or groups around you, and making sure that you're continuing to find that separation. Being very cautious where you're investing in the types of energies you are letting into your life, making sure you're upholding certain boundaries. And I feel like this is what this person is seeing now. They're going through all of this craziness with the Tower energy here, because they're like, okay, look, I know that how I've lived my life up until this point has caused a lot of issues, right? But I feel like this is for the better. I feel like this is what is needed to happen. Let me get one last final pull for advice for you. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Five of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. You know, don't be afraid to take that risk, man. You know, I feel like you As a final advice, I feel like this is something where you may have an opportunity to do things again. There may be the opportunity to come around to resolve this issue with this person, and just be very clear about what it is you want, but understand that this person is operating from this space. The Ten of Pentacles and Page of Wands, this is a very old karmic cycle this person is clearing out, and I feel like it has nothing to do with you. I feel like you've been the catalyst for this person to be able to see how they've been operating, and I feel like this person sees you in such a beautiful way now because you've shown them that things can be different. And so yeah, man, I feel like this is overall, while it's a crazy reading and some insane energies that we have going out here, I feel like everybody involved in this situation is going to be able to elevate, and I feel like that's kind of the purpose of this. I am still very surprised we did not get the Wheel of Fortune, because this is a very deeply fated energy that I feel like all of you are going through right now. Every single person here is going through their own very intense karmic lesson, because I feel like karmic cycles, you just go onto a different cycle. You heal one cycle, you close that cycle, then you enter a different karmic cycle, and you do this in layers and layers, and you spiral. Well, it's not a spiral, but you elevate, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm seeing here. Everybody is getting an opportunity to elevate. You, your person, and anybody else involved are being able to see themselves in a new way because of the catalyzing effect of this dynamic. Let's leave it right there. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. Yeah, so I love you so much. I really hope that resonated, man. If you want to book a personal reading, subscribe to Patreon or listen to my music, that is going to be in the description. Once again, I'm going to just be uploading regular videos into Patreon. I might actually make this into an extended to post onto Patreon, but I'm just going to do a reading and post it to Patreon. I'm going to try to do it. I'm trying to figure out the flow of that, but we'll see as we continue forward. But that said, I love you so much. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Goodbye.